perfect arena for extremely high gold and silver and diamond prices.
One thing that came out this week, the serious concern that so many people have that Greece will default, and as Harold ran through it, serious ramifications for the world. Ireland, a major concern there. They're in a very, very difficult spot after getting a bailout. They need more help. And who knows what other country is going to be asking for help somewhere down the line. Spain, Portugal. It's a serious situation. The telephone number to invest in precious metals, 1-866-623-2002, 1-866-623-2002. There's only one company that Harold recommends that you invest with when it comes to precious metals. That is Worldwide Precious Metals, a Canadian company in business for over 10 years. Their website, wwpmc.com, wwpmc.com. The telephone number, 1-866-623-2002. Speak with them about getting involved in these precious metal markets. Since 2001, precious metals have resumed their role as a store of wealth, protecting you against the decaying purchasing power of paper money. Jim Sinclair said this week, the U.S. dollar is not a currency of choice to carry in the East anymore. The fear is of sovereign counterfeiting, which must, looking at the fear, be huge. If Iran is printing its own currency, why not printing U.S. dollars too? There are many weapons of war, and inflation is one. Gold is the answer, maybe the only answer. 1650 gold was once called absurd, but is now at hand. No one else, regardless of claims, was saying that in 2001. The dollar rally is a sick joke and nothing but a mirror image of the euro. John Williams of Shadowstat fame, shadowstats.com, believes we're heading towards a hyperinflationary time and a U.S. dollar collapse. You can read that information in our newsletter. It's a full article. If you'd like to get our newsletter free of charge, we send it out via email. You can connect with Worldwide. They'll be happy to send it out to you. The telephone number, 1-866-623-2002, 1-866-623-2002. Goldcorp came out this week and said gold bears and gold bubble callers' predictions of falling gold prices are likely to be proven badly wrong. Rather than continually attempting to predict the future and predict the top of the market, they would be better serving their readers to properly analyze the real fundamentals driving the market and informing people of the importance of having at least some allocation of gold, precious metals, especially from a financial insurance and diversification point of view. James Turk came out this week. He says gold is going to have a staggering up move this summer. He really believes, and you can read all about it in our newsletter. As Harold touched on, back in 82, there was a Mexican debt default, and it lit a fire under precious metals. And obviously, with what we're seeing with Greece, we could see the same thing this summer. Richard Russell, he actually expects $5,000 gold and the U.S. dollar to be backed by gold. Of course, Steve Forbes from Forbes magazine fame came out a few weeks ago and said the exact same thing, that he believes $2,000 gold and the United States will have to have their dollar backed by gold. When you have somebody like Steve Forbes coming out and saying it, who really is more of a stock guy, a U.S. stock guy, it does say a lot. Goldcorp coming out this week on the silver front saying silver fundamentals remain even stronger than gold's, and the recent paper-driven sell-off to a series of margin calls and heavy selling on the COMEX appears to be over. Silver support is around 32.31, and they say there are continuing calls by knowledgeable silver analysts for silver to rise above $100, which suggests that silver may rise above its nominal high of 50 sooner than the silver cynics expect. Also coming out this week, John Embry on the silver side of things saying that the silver market is extraordinarily tight, and he believes that we could see $125 silver. Stephen Lieb, a money manager out of the United States, silver should be $150 today. When asked where silver is headed in terms of price, he responded, I just look at it from a monetary point of view. Forget about all the industrial applications. The ratio of silver to gold in the world is about 10 to 1, maybe 7 to 1, above and below ground if you look at reserves. So as a monetary metal, you could make the case that silver should already be no more than 10 to 1 to gold. When asked what the 10 to 1 ratio would put silver at, 150. And he basically was asked, is that an outrageous price for silver? He responded, no, it isn't. It's not outrageous at all. Silver at 150 is not outrageous. I'm not counting the critical applications in the industrial and renewable areas. When asked about gold, he thinks it's heading much higher. We have in the U.S. been on a treadmill to hell for at least the last decade. We continue to print money, 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 and sooner or later, you're going to have a lot of inflation. The gold market is right now anticipating that it's obviously going to go a lot higher and probably much, much higher in the future. Richard Russell came out this week and said those short silver are going to get hammered. Harold, we have about 2 minutes left in this segment of the show, but a lot of positive information on the precious metals front this week. A lot of top analysts coming out and saying that precious metals, you need an allocation of precious metals in your portfolio. One of the things that I saw on Monday, and it was shown on pay TV here in Canada on HBO in the United States, HBO Canada and Western Canada, Too Big to Fail. It was the movie based on the Andrew Ross Sorkin book of the 2008 financial meltdown. It focused on Hank Paulson and his crew trying to obviously save the United States, and also the Lehman situation from Dick Fold's position. But Too Big to Fail really now is, the movie out this weekend is The Hangover 2, and that's what we have, Hangover 2, with the sovereign debt crisis continuing. But Zach Galifianakis is not going to save Greece. He may be a funny guy, but he can't save Greece. It's a very, very tough situation in Greece. And Harold, people are saying, we have about a minute here, people are saying that a default could be coming.
Well, again, I don't see how they're going to avoid it because, again, it's not only Greece. It's 4 or 5 other countries right behind them. So this is a very serious situation. It's something that deserves, all of our attention. And, again, if you're a listener to this radio show for a long time, you know that these things are all things that we've been talking about for quite a while. So, again, another reason to be in the hard asset market as you see these paper derivative markets just absolutely annihilate a country like Greece. It's a very sad situation, and I feel horrible for the people of Greece.
The telephone number to invest in precious metals, there's only one company that Harold recommends. They've been in business over 10 years, the entire time of this bull market in precious metals. They're the experts in this specialized market. They're the go-to people to speak to. Worldwide Precious Metals, wwpmc.com, their website, the telephone number 1-866-623-2002, 1-866-623-2002, the website, wwpmc.com. Get our free weekly newsletter from them. They'll be happy to send it out to you via email. It's the companion to our radio show and is a must-read every week. You can go through it in about 10 to 15 minutes or delve further if you choose. Lots of good information on the diamond front this week. We're going to talk about it as the World Financial Report on radio with Harold Siegel and me, Randy Marshall, continues right after this. Welcome back to the World Financial Report on radio with Harold Siegel. My name is Randy Marshall. Joining us via the telephone, our financial expert, Harold Siegel. We're taping the show at 9:12 in the morning Mountain Time. That is 11:12 Eastern Time. Our show runs, and this is May 27th, 2011. Our show runs on AM 640 in Toronto, 630 CHED in Edmonton. If you ever miss a show, you can catch us online at HESradio.com, HESradio.com, to invest in precious metals. Only one company that Harold recommends that you deal with when it comes to precious metals, because they're the experts in this specialized field. This is their specialty. This is what they do every day. They've been around for over 10 years. The entire time of the bull market in precious metals, they've been through all the ups and downs. The telephone number to deal with worldwide, speak with them about investing in precious metals, 1-866-623-2002, 1-866-623-2002, the website, wwpmc.com, wwpmc.com. Harold's website for diamonds is rarecoloreddiamonds.com, rarecoloreddiamonds.com. You can speak personally and privately with Harold about diamonds at 1-800-432-1022. 1-800-432-1022. Speak with him about the featured diamond of the week. It is a large, yellow, flawless diamond, and they are the hottest diamonds at the Vegas show right now, and this is a beauty. It is big, a beautiful 3.47 carat, cushion-cut, fancy, yellow, internally flawless diamond. We have the picture in the newsletter. It's in the featured diamond section of Harold's website. Take a look at it. Only one diamond in a million is over a carat. This magnificent diamond is very rare in size, color, and clarity. And Harold said this is a diamond that is a strong investment diamond he highly recommends, and it is absolutely beautiful, a beautiful yellow color. You can see the GIA report and speak with Harold about the featured diamond of the week. In our newsletter, you can get our newsletter from Harold. You can connect with him at rarecoloreddiamonds.com or 1-800-432-1022. He'll be happy to send the newsletter out to you in the diamond section. Royal Bank of Canada, RBC, says strong prices for diamonds ahead. And they make reference to the fact that not a lot of production, we've said that before, and China and India, those markets are really going to be growing in the future. They're talking about a 50% incremental increase in demand and growth over the next 5 years. You can read that story. Also, Covenant Financial Services, a hedge fund in Oklahoma City, buying diamonds, colored diamonds. And the reason they're doing it is to make money. But it's an alternative asset to gold and oil, and they're very, very concerned about what's happening on the inflation front. Christie's to host an important jewel sale in New York City. That's coming up June 14th. There's a big yellow diamond that they have for sale. It's going from anywhere to $600,000 to $800,000. And one of the things that was interesting, Harold, you have one of these, and it went for sale down under, and it was for charity. But Montiel Newman Auctions auctioned off an Argyle Pink Diamond O pendant. Those were the pendants that Oprah gave out when she was down under doing her shows. And it actually auctioned off for $15,300. And obviously that is now going to be a standard. That could be the price of the future or a lot higher for those diamonds, the Big O diamond. How many were there, Harold? 100 of them?
There was 100. Mine is number 31. And you're right. They're absolutely beautiful. I mean, anybody who wants a picture of it, just call this weekend or email me, and I'll send you the information on it. It's not for sale right now because there's only one available, and I have it, and it's going to go on our auction site. So when our auction site kicks off in October, this will be one of the highlights of it. And there's basically a carat of Argyle Pink diamonds in the shape of an O for Oprah, and it's one of the most in-demand pieces in the world right now. And again, they only made 100, so watch for the kickoff of our auction site coming up in October. And not only will there be some of the most amazing diamonds you've ever seen. We have some tremendous surprises for our listeners and clients, but also this diamond pendant, the Oprah pendant, will go up for auction at that particular point. The fact is that as these countries continue to get into trouble financially and go under, and inflation starts to pick up, it's the diamond market that is skyrocketing. This is a market that we brought to you about 7 years ago. And the fact is that the reason that I brought to you the recommendation to buy rare colored diamonds was because of what happened back in 79 and 80 when there was high inflation and record oil prices and gold went to $850. Colored diamonds went up 500% in 2 years. I mean, how do you do better than 500% in 2 years in a market that you're holding on to the asset yourself? It's not a paper asset. You own it. We ship the diamond directly to you. You own it. Most of our clients put these beautiful diamonds into jewelry and wear them and enjoy them, and then we sell the diamonds for you at auction down the road. But the fact is that there's very few diamonds coming out of the diamond mines at this point. White diamonds are prevalent, and they're still going up like crazy. But colored diamonds, it takes 50,000 carats of white diamonds just to find one colored diamond. That's how rare colored diamonds are. It takes over 1 million carats of white diamonds to find one pink diamond. And pink diamonds are the most popular diamonds in the world because, again, they're so difficult to get, and, again, all the notoriety that's been coming up lately about the pink diamond market. But as an investment, these are not just jewelry and beautiful pieces. These investments go up more than almost any investment does, and they never go down in value because they're not traded on exchanges like commodities and stocks. There are so few of these diamonds available